In Dublin's fair city, where the girls are so pretty, I first set my eyes on sweet Molly Malone, as she wheeled her wheelbarrow through streets wide and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She was a fishmonger, and sure 'twas no wonder, for so was her father and mother before, and they wheeled their wheelbarrow through streets wide and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Died of a fever, and no one could save her, so that was the end of sweet Molly Malone. Now her ghost wheels her barrow through streets wide and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh.
Oh, the sky was clear, the morn was fair, no breath came over the sea, when Mary left her Highland home and wandered forth with me. All flowers deck the mountainside, and fragrance fill the vale. By far the sweetest flower there was the rose of Allendale. Sweet rose of Allendale, sweet rose of Allendale, by far the sweetest flower there was the rose of Allendale. Where'er I wandered, to the east or to the west, and faith began to lower, consoling still was she to me in sorrow's lonely hour. Oh, tempest wrecked my lonely boat, and rent her quivering sail. One maiden form withstood the storm, was the rose of Allendale. Sweet rose of Allendale, sweet rose of Allendale, one maiden form withstood the storm, was the rose of Allendale. And when my feeble lips were parched, on Africa's burning sands. She whispered words of happiness and tales of foreign lands. My life had been a wilderness, unblessed by fortune's gain. Had fate not linked my love to her, sweet rose of Allendale, sweet rose of Allendale, sweet rose of Allendale. Had fate not linked my love to her, sweet rose of Allendale.
I'm a Padraig from Tullawaji. I got money and acres of land. I'm looking for a honey with a bit of money. Catch me if you can, my name is Dan, sure I'm your man. I like the Cayley, the Stacklebardy. I like the waltzes, the old jigs and the reels. I like the swinging, Big Thomas singing. Catch me if you can, my name is Dan, sure I'm your man. I'm off to Liston, Varna at the end of the year. I'm off. I'm off for a bit of crack, the women and the beer. I'm off for shifty.
So come on, you jolly young fellows, a lesson to take on when you were
Banbridge town in the county Down one morning last July. Down a Bowring Green came a sweet Colleen, and she smiled as she passed me by. Oh, she looked so sweet from her two white feet to the sheen of her nut brown hair. Sure, the coaxing elf, I had to shake myself to make sure I was standing there. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, and from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the brown Colleen that I met in the county Down. As she onward sped, and I shook my head, and I gazed with a feeling rare. And I said, says I, to a passer-by, who's the girl with the nut brown hair? Well, he looked at me with a smile, said he, "'Tis the gem of Ireland's crown." She's young Rose.